Hey, what's up guys, Red Bishop here and welcome back to my channel. Today we have another video review for you. It's 2014, we're 2 months in. My New Year's resolution for video games, or one of my New Year's resolutions, was to get more video reviews up on my channel. So let's just kick it right off. This is on the LEGO Movie Videogame. Obviously by that title you can tell that it's based off the hit movie The LEGO Movie, which is a very, I know, original title for a movie and video game. But if you ever played any of the past LEGO games, LEGO Marvel Superheroes, LEGO Batman, LEGO Indiana Jones, you will feel right at home with the LEGO Movie video game because it's the same sort of gameplay with two unique builders that they try to mix it up just a tad. But let's start off, there's no open world in this game. So if you're coming off LEGO Marvel Superheroes and you liked what they did with that, you might be a tad bit disappointed. Instead of an open world, this time around they have hub worlds, so you'll play 2 or 3 levels in this old west town, and then you'll move on to a different place, and that'll be a different hub. So it's kind of one of those pseudo open worlds where that hub is open. You can go around there and do different side missions and stuff like that, but you can't really travel from one place to another like an actual open world video game. And also, if you plan on playing this game, I would suggest watching the movie, because at the beginning of this gameplay, as you saw earlier, there is a cutscene. That cutscene is taken directly from the movie. There are movie cutscenes in this video game. So if you don't want to be spoiled with that, obviously you can skip those cutscenes and just go straight to the gameplay. But I would suggest you watch the movie because the cutscenes will make a little bit more sense, because they won't be out of context or anything like that. Because some of the levels that are designed in this game aren't in the movie. They're just inspired by the movie. So just take that into account. And the two unique builders that I was talking about are called Master Builders and Regular Builders. The main character, whose name is Emmett, is a regular builder. So those piles of Lego pieces that you see that require you to build this ladder or build this, this building or whatever, Emmett cannot use those. He has to find instruction booklets. And when he finds enough of those, then he goes to a spot and he can build a crane, or he can build this totem pole, that is needed throughout the game. So the people that can use the piles of Lego pieces are called Master Builders. So Wildstyle, who is one of the other characters in the game, and Vitruvius, who is another character, are Master Builders. So it's the same type of gameplay, but they split the builders up into 2 different categories this time around. It takes a level of getting used to, because you're so used to being able to use any kind of character to build anything, and this time around you have to actually figure out which one does what. In this particular level that you're seeing for gameplay, there are no enemies to fight. This is basically a traversal level. You're going from top to bottom and you're trying to complete it. So there are levels like that. There are levels where you don't fight necessarily any enemies. There's one particular hub world I talked about that's an old west town. You fight more enemies there, yet on this hub world with Unikitty, who is the unicorn, or Unikitty, I guess, not actually a unicorn, you don't really fight any enemies in this hub world as much, because that's not what it's designed around. And also, if you can tell by these environments, they're all made out of Lego pieces. There aren't any environments or any buildings in the environments that are made, designed without Lego in mind. They're all designed around Lego pieces. Since I mentioned that there's some levels where there's no enemies to defeat or anything like that, this game is easier. Obviously, the movie itself is targeted towards a younger audience. So is the video game. Even though there are people of my age and people that are older who enjoy the Lego games, it's an easier and much more simpler to play this time around than like Lego Marvel Superheroes, and that will determine whether or not you enjoy the game or not. What your experience will be like. Personally, I really enjoyed this game. As a person who, I'm not a huge Marvel fan. I'm not really a huge Lego fan. I really enjoyed, last Lego game I really enjoyed was Lego Batman 2, which it seemed like a lot of people did not like. They kind of hated it. I did not like Lego Marvel Superheroes, and I'm also of the mindset that I'm fine with the Lego characters talking. That's perfectly fine with me. So that doesn't make the games any less fun or any less unique than past versions. But like I said, it is an easier game this time around. When to figure out how to build stuff, when to figure out where to go, what to do. It's just easy. Even when you're in the hub worlds that I mentioned earlier, when you're trying to go to the next level, they put little green Lego pieces down for a trail to let you know, hey, this is where you go to your next level. So you're never lost. You never feel like you don't know what to do next, because the game does a great job of giving you tooltips through a level. They do a great job of guiding you through levels if you need it. Speaking of those levels, Traveler's Tales, who have made countless number of Lego games over the last 7, 8 years, they have improved their level design. It seems like with each passing game, their level design and stuff like that, just it gets markedly better. With the LEGO Movie video game, I don't think that's an exception. I think some of the design for that, obviously, it's inspired by the movie, so some of the level design could be that's taken out of the movie. But it's very cool looking. It's something that catches your eye when you first get into it. Like this level here, when I first played that level, it kind of shocked me with how good it looked. It's very vibrant. It's very colorful. It definitely gets your attention. So even when you're in the midst of playing the game, you can still stop and stare at some of the things they're able to do with Lego pieces in these games. So it is something to be awed about. But without anything else being said, I would say that the gameplay itself, if you've played Lego games before, same type of experience, just the way you build stuff is a little bit tweaked this time around, because they have to try to add something different to it. They can't keep doing the same stuff and expect people to keep coming back and coming back and coming back. So they tweaked it a little bit with those master and regular builders. But the gameplay itself, as you can see in this video, Lego games, you build. You tear stuff down, you build it. You move on to the next level, and so on and so forth. But I like the dialogue between the characters. I like the characters themselves. You have Batman and Superman in here. You have unique characters with Emmett and Wildstyle and Vitruvius. And some of the voice actors from the movie, Morgan Freeman, Will Ferrell, Elizabeth Banks, they do lend their voices to some of the gameplay and cutscenes in this movie. Since the cutscenes are, themselves taken out of the movie, you're able to actually hear them throughout the game as well. So that adds to the kind of the immersion of you playing a video game based off of a movie. And as we all know from playing any video game based off of a movie, they're usually not very good. You go back to those Iron Man games. You go all the way back to Superman 64, which is obviously not based off a movie, but it's based off of a movie and a comic book property. Most of the stuff that's licensed like that, it's usually not very good. This time around, we have a good game. It's not great. It's not something that is going to win Game of the Year when we get to December and early January of 2015, but it's something that kids can enjoy, the parents of the kids can enjoy, and even if you don't have kids, you can still enjoy this game because it's just mindless entertainment. And with nothing to really play right now, and nothing that's going to be really to play over the course of the summer, this is a good game to sit down, enjoy it, play through it, and have fun with it, because it does take some time to beat. There are 15 levels. It will take you probably 6 to 8 hours to beat those 15 levels. So it does have some time to it, and obviously replay value with free play, and you can go back and replay the levels to get collectibles and all of that. So there is some replay value to it as well. But with that said, that's my it's a review, short review of the LEGO Movie video game. I enjoyed it. I think people who pick it up and who have enjoyed past LEGO games will also enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed the video review. I will be back in a few weeks with video reviews of Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare and Thief. So stay tuned. Thanks.